right, they say the third time is the charm. It's KCHW 102.7. Back in action. You got Scott Allen and Mr. Chuck Ritchie. Chuck, let's see if you sound like you're on helium again.
Test, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, don't mess with me.
No, okay.
That's horrible.
No, is this better?
No, that's
Okay.
much better, and amazing to think
Okay.
that all that caused by a mouse. And we'll promise you if we have any more technical difficulties, we'll just bail on the show. And if you're watching online on YouTube or Facebook, you have to get back in there again because it is a whole new video feed. All right, Chuck, you have it.
Should I just keep using this voice?
I think so. That's pretty good.
Okay, I should do this. There we go.
Wow, I didn't know you did character
Welcome
voices.
to KCHW. Miss Andrew, all the good cat.
Oh no, it's Jar Jar Binks. Oh, people be tuning out. All right.
Right.
Yeah. You have any desire to
It's
go?
also Smeagol.
Oh, that's true. Same guy.
Yeah.
You have any
same
desire
voice.
to go into space?
Doesn't everybody?
I would think so. Let's see. They call it Virgin Orbit. Now, they were selling tickets a while back where you could go into what they called space, but it's really that layer between, like our atmosphere and space. They weren't quite in space, but it was like $200,000 a ticket, and they were selling this for in the future. Might not be a good idea if you bought one. Satellite launch company Virgin Orbit is now starting an operational pause and furloughing most employees except for a skeleton crew. The company is reportedly seeking new investors to relieve financial pressure and plans to give an update on go-forward operations in the coming weeks. Companies like SpaceX and use these heavy rockets from the ground to get satellite payloads in orbit. However, Virgin Orbit carries smaller rockets to a height of about 35,000 feet, and then they have the rockets attached to the wing of a Boeing 747, reducing the fuel required. So they launch them off of the plane, and it looks like a giant missile. Earlier this year, they attempted to launch 9 satellites from low Earth orbit from its UK base. The mission failed, reportedly due to a dislodged fuel filter. That setback hit them in the stock department. And reportedly, so far, they have lost this year $49.2 million. Looks like they could be in some dire financial trouble there for Virgin Orbit.
That's nothing compared to what Musk has lost this year.
You know, he's. I was reading a story the other day. He's gained it all back because of the uptick in Tesla stock, and he is once again the richest man in the country. Isn't that crazy?
How is that even? Wow.
Because when you have billions and billions of dollars, they get together and they make billions and billions of more dollars.
Baby billions.
Baby
Wow.
billions. All
Well,
right.
I also think too the whole rich people going out into space for entertainment has become it's fallen out of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I think as of recent. Yeah.
All right. In other news, we got a couple stories here that, are kind of close to Trump. First one up, Trump Media, which is the parent owner of that Truth Social, is under investigation by federal investigators for potential money laundering and suspicious activities. Now, things, of course, haven't been going well for him, and he's been on that Truth Social, and he's been trying to get investors. He seemingly has got an $8 million infusion to the company called TMTG, which runs Truth Social, with a blank check company. Despite these multiple investigations, he got this kind of invisible cash. In tracing the cash, federal prosecutors believe this $8 million that was wired through a Caribbean bank came from a friend of Vladimir Putin. Now say surprise, surprise, surprise.
Can you be surprised? by
No,
that?
I can't be surprised at all.
I mean, I would be surprised if it wasn't a money laundering operation.
Wow. All right. On the same note, My Pillow CEO says he's going broke. He's going broke defending his claims of election tampering from 2020. Let's see, he's had to borrow 10 million to keep My Pillow going, and also embroiled in a series of lawsuits, including Dominion coming after him. Those lawsuits continue to mount up for billions and billions of dollars. So if you like those pillows, better get your pillow now. And he could be like wanting to store some himself for maybe jail, because I heard they're pretty comfortable.
I had one years ago. They're not.
Another one in the surprise department. Deadly explosion ripped through the spy agency building in Russia. Oh, those pesky Ukrainians.
Mm,
Seems a little suspicious. Of course, they haven't taken responsibility for it, but it just kind of seems like, since it was the spy headquarters.
hmm
Also, now they're having people, groups from Moldova and what's the other country? Belarus, attacking places inside of Russia as well in defense of Ukraine.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So, do you like it when you go
It's
to?
a.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that the whole thing seems like it's kind of escalating over there. They shot down one of our planes recently, and
Yeah, yeah. A drone,
a drone.
and the
Yeah, a
the
drone.
footage is on. The government posted the footage online today, and you see a fighter jet come by and spray the drone with jet fuel, and
Hmm.
then the screen gets all fuzzy because I suppose because of the jet fuel, and then you see another plane approaching, and then the camera totally goes out, and then it flickers back on, and you can see the propeller all bent. So it's like right before it crashed. So they sprayed it with
Wow.
gas, tried to, I guess, make it explode, and then bumped it. All right.
Hmm.
Last news
That's an
story.
interesting method.
Last news story off the internet from today. A TikToker working in a Mexican restaurant recently exposed the shocking industry secret behind those sizzling fajita dishes. I love that when they walk through the restaurant and it's just
Hmm
and all the smoke's coming off it and it makes you want one. Well, that's why they do it. It
Right.
leads you to think that it was cooked on that frying pan, and it wasn't. What they do is and somebody put this on TikTok and ruined it for everybody. They put the food in the pan after they're done cooking it, and then
hmm
they heat up the pan, and then they use a combination of soy sauce, oil, and lime juice, which ignites really easily, and they spray it on the plate just before they walk out. And it is a gimmick to get you
Oh.
at another table or somebody that's waiting to order to get one. It's kind of
I
a
always just assume because it's usually on cast iron. I assume they had that in the oven and then just like plop the stuff on there real quick before they take it
nope.
out.
Industry secret.
Hmm.
All right. Just like nuggets aren't really chicken.
Right.
Oh.
They're pink stuff.
All right. All right, Chuck, if you head toward the cheat sheet today for celebrity birthdays, I do have two local birthdays to roll out here. And those
Oh.
birthdays, the day before St. Patty's Day, I'm having some difficulty here. We have, I want to get it right, Blake Burria and Kezia Middlesworth, both having birthdays tomorrow. And then we'll go over them tomorrow, but a full boat of local birthdays for St. Patty's Day. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so happy birthday to Blake and Kazia. There you go. Celebrity birthdays
Happy
for the
birthday.
16th of March with Chuck Ritchie.
Yes. First one up here is game show host Chuck Woolery is 82. I used to love him. Eric Estrada from Chips is 74. Victor Garber, I guess, from DC's Legend of Tomorrow and Alias is 74. Nancy Wilson of Heart is 69. Rapper Flavor Flav is 64. Doesn't it seem weird? You see all these people from like the 70s, and all of a sudden now
Oh.
there's Flavor Flav, and he's the same. He's right there with him, the same age.
Yeah, but when he started
Uh,
making music, he was already old.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is a
Well,
person
he's
that does
64.
not.
I mean,
That's not too bad.
but
He doesn't look well,
64 is the
though.
new 40, right?
But it's
Did
still.
he ever?
No, no, that's kind of what I was trying to get at, but not being too mean. But yeah, he doesn't look
But
like he's okay.
but always fun.
But always
Always
fun. There
fun.
you go. I like the
Yep, yep,
clocks.
yep. Right. Yes.
Uh,
Lauren Graham from Parenthood and Gilmore Girls is 56. Alan Tudyk, one of my favorite comedic actors. I absolutely love Alan Tudyk. Is 51. Alexandra Daddario from The White Lotus is 36.
All right, there you go. Celebrity birthdays with Chuck Ritchie. Moving on to a little bit of history. We start off for the 16th of March in 1802 when Congress authorized the establishment of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. 1802. All right,
Wow.
19. And if you didn't know, that is in New York. All right. 1994, figure skater Tanya Harding pleaded guilty in Portland, Oregon to conspiracy for covering up the attack on rival Nancy Kerrigan. 1994. All right.
Uh,
1995, Mississippi formally ratified the 13th Amendment, becoming the last state to approve the abolition of slavery. The 13th Amendment was officially ratified in 1865. 1995, Mississippi waited that long. Where's my booze? Wow.
wow.
1995, also, astronaut Norm Thagard became the first American to visit the Russian space station Mir.
Nice.
2006, England. A gang of crooks heard through the crook grapevine about a van that would be passing through town loaded with money. Lots of money. Millions, in fact. They snatched the van as its driver was making the delivery, and the story they heard was true. The van was full of money. Unfortunately, it was Monopoly money that was being used in a promotion of new versions of the game.
I heard Guy Ritchie's going to be directing the movie.
2015, a poll revealed 40% of Americans couldn't spell Budweiser correctly. I used to work with a guy
Not
who that's
surprised.
what his radio name was, Bud Weiser.
Uh,
2019, a beached dead whale in the Philippines was found to have 88 pounds of plastic inside of it, including 40 pounds of just plastic bags. What are we going to do about this?
wow.
When are we going to ban it?
Wow.
Oh, man. 2020, Major
Hmm.
League Baseball suspended the remainder of spring training and delayed the start of the regular season in response to the COVID 19 pandemic. And in 2021, a declassified U.S. intelligence report said Russian President Vladimir Putin authorized efforts to aid the re election of Donald Trump. And now he's helping out his website. All right. Special events, Chuck Ritchie.
Oh, this is every day in my house. It's absolutely incredible Kid Day.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Dad.
Uh,
Huh.
yeah, they are incredible. It's Black Press Day.
Okay. Good
It's
thing.
Companies That Care Day.
All right.
Freedom of Information Day. Lips Appreciation Day. I like that one. Artichoke Heart Day.
Uh,
Panda Day.
all right.
And Orange and Lemons Day.
All right. Lips appreciation. Chuck's looking for some kisses today.
Right, right.
A little creepy,
So
maybe.
so marinate some artichoke hearts with some oranges and lemons and put them in your panda's lips.
So I was talking about this with a couple different.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm just going to
That
ignore it and
was
keep
bad.
going. Freedom of Information Day. I was talking about this yesterday with a couple different friends, and that was the government release of the photos of what they say could be an alien mothership. So I want to know what Chuck thinks.
Mm.
Chuck, what do you think over the past now? It's coming up on probably 8 years since the government came out and said those two videos that had been online for at least a decade of
Mhm.
fighter jets encountering UFOs was true, and now that they come out and say there might be a mothership in our solar system. What do you think when the government comes out? And I mean, that came out of the Pentagon yesterday.
First of all, I love his reaction. He's like, "Well, maybe there's a mothership. Maybe, maybe not, but probably." W- I don't know either they're looking at how to, wipe us out like ants, or they're gonna look at us and be like, we'll move on.
I wonder if it's all the if there are aliens floating around out there, are they watching us now because of what's going on our planet? What are we 2 seconds away on the doomsday clock?
Right, right.
Is it that brings attention maybe from other sentient life in the universe, or have they been here for a long time and the government's? That was one of my thoughts. Is that the government's known about it, that aliens are real, but they're slowly releasing this information to get us accustomed to the idea, so we don't all freak out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're not alone in the universe. The odds of that are, impossible. But can they Do other civilizations have the technology to reach us? Probably. But what would they do with that? Are they just going to study us? Are they going to try to take over our planet? Who knows, you know?
What I found kind of amazing is it was pictures from local, earthbound astronomers showing looked like ships around the sun, which something that
Hmm.
unidentified objects flying around the sun. What was really funny about the Pentagon release yesterday, that's where their mothership was
Hmm.
in close orbit of the sun, and that's why they think it was a ship, is because it was not leaving a trail like a space object does, such as an asteroid or a meteor or something like that would leave a trail. That it didn't, and then they actually showed what one of our spacecraft looked like, and they don't leave trails either. So hence they were thinking this might be a UFO. But kind of
Hmm.
funny that the government's putting that stuff out there too. All right, we'll move along.
Join us
This
next week with our special guest, Art Bell.
don't you wish? Oh, I wonder what he'd have to say about that. It's pretty cool. All right.
So he is actually from Anchorage, from a local radio station, and I remodeled his radio station when I was doing construction as a youngster in Anchorage. Yeah,
Oh, how fun is that?
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Well,
Um,
he wasn't. He had already left to go to, what is he, NPR or something.
yeah.
But it was his office. It was his studio that he started in.
All right. Number for the day is 16 and a half. That's the hours a week dedicated to their sports by kids who play youth sports. Spend about 16
Hmm.
and a half. So if they're playing football or basketball, they're investing about 16 and a half hours a week in that, which is good, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
That's a lot of time.
Let's move on to bits and breaks this morning. I'll kick us off here. And it's just, we like to do these once in a while. Quotable quotes, great ideas from intelligent people, maybe. I like this one from Demetrios Tsaris. Humility means that you're a worthy human being who is no better or worse than anyone else. Humility. I like that.
I like
So,
that.
the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That was Walt Disney. And then somebody named Bren Brown. Calm is a superpower. And I'll go along with that
Nice.
one. All right, here comes.
Given my ADHD nature, especially when it comes to cleaning, I find the best way to get started is just to shut up and start doing it. Even if I don't want to do it, I just start and then I'll eventually get into it later.
Instead of being easily distracted by shiny
Right,
things.
right.
Right,
Which I will eventually.
amazing science facts that'll blow your mind with Chuck Ritchie.
All righty.
Pew. There you go.
Oh, I was gonna start singing the amazing science facts, but I
Sorry.
won't.
All right.
Uh, Insects outnumber us. There are more insects in just 1 square mile of fertile soil than there are human beings on the entire planet.
Oh,
Ooh,
creepy.
that's cool.
It makes me
That's a
itch.
cool factoid. The average person manages to consume about 430 insects every year of their lives, whether they intended to or not.
I bet you some of them are
See,
really tiny, right?
430 a year, that means you're more than one a day. I don't know if I believe that one. That's a little crazy. A cloud to ground bolt of lightning carries between 100 million and 1 billion volts, and it can reach 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 3 to 4 times hotter than the surface of the sun. The acceleration rate of a flea jumping off a dog is 20 times the acceleration of a space shuttle during launch.
Why can't they figure
That's
out that
cool.
kind of math and
Hmm.
actually, make something that would do that?
Robotic space fleas. That's what we need.
Yes, I like it.
God, if the aliens in the mothership didn't already think we were parasites. Um, More humans are killed every year by falling coconuts than by shark attacks.
It seems
Okay,
totally plausible.
it actually does. The microwave oven was invented after a researcher happened to walk by a high-powered radar tube one day and a chocolate bar in his pocket melted.
True story.
I'd actually heard that story before.
Hmm.
10% of all the humans who have ever lived are alive and in the world right now.
Due to overpopulation.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Well, mom's chicken soup won't really cure your cold. It will make you feel better. There are anti-inflammatory properties in the broth that have been shown to reduce congestion and ease fevers.
So it really works. Plus, it
Yeah,
makes
well,
you
chicken
sleepy.
broth is right. Well, broth in general is kind of a miracle thing anyway. Um, The world's most dangerous animal, the mosquito, transmits countless diseases that kill more animals, including humans, than any other animal or plant on Earth.
You never think about that one, do you?
Right?
Wow.
You think of like malaria and all the bloodborne diseases. The,
Hmm. Wasn't Ebola getting moved around by mosquitoes too, or am I wrong on that? Hmm.
I don't I don't think so. Maybe it was. I don't know. That would be scary, wouldn't it?
So Marion posted on Facebook. She says, "I remember in 2014 or 2015 that there was a radio commercial that lasted about 60 seconds on KCHW that was advertising tickets to go into space." And Marion, that was me, and it was fake. We also did a commercial once when the Twinkies went out of business that you could come to the park and we were selling Stinkies.
Stinky Twinkies.
Yeah, Stinkies out of our trunk. They were socks filled with donuts. We called them Stinkies. You're welcome. All right, mottos to live by. You know, like if at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles may soar, but weasels aren't sucked into jet engines. It's
It's
true.
true. 100%.
Conscience is what hurts when all your other parts feel so good.
Over and over again.
I want to put that on a bumper sticker.
Right?
No one is listening until you
Uh,
make a mistake. Just ask Whoopi Goldberg. She got in trouble for using the word on the air. She's constantly in trouble. Anti-Semitic comments.
mhm.
Yesterday, she
Oh yeah,
used the
yeah.
word innocently used the word gypped, but that relates to gypsies, and it's considered something you shouldn't a word
Oh.
you shouldn't use anymore. So she's taking a lot of heat over that. Let's see. Success always occurs in private, and failure in full view. Just ask a cat because when they
Hmm.
fall off the ledge, they always like get themselves up and look around, see if anybody was looking. I did that
Hmm.
once when I
Hmm.
fell off a ladder. Hope I didn't anybody didn't see that and looking around like a cat. Oh my god!
I just I do that at least once a day.
Fall off a ladder.
Or do something stupid and look around to see if somebody saw that or not.
The hardness of butter is proportional to the softness of the bread. It's so true.
Cheese grater.
Yes,
Cheese grate your hard butter.
Chuck,
Hmm.
that's brilliant.
It really is. It works fantastic.
Wow,
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. You could be the first person to invent that, maybe, or did you pick it up somewhere?
No, I saw it on like TikTok or something. That's something stupid.
That's. Now I need a cheese grater.
It works fantastic. You know what it's really good on? Like hot brownies. Grate a little butter on there. Ooh.
Oh, I hate fighting with the butter. That's excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm. Hmm.
Along with the hardness of butter being proportional to the softness of the bread, the severity of the itch is proportional to the reach,
Most definitely.
especially for us bigger people. All
Right?
right. A Monday is a horrible way to spend 1/7 of your life. Remember this one, Chuck,
Uh,
because I know you're a procrastinator like me. The sooner you fall
mhm.
behind, Chuck, the more time you have to catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got all month.
Yeah. A clear conscience is usually the sign of a bad memory. Ask Donald Trump. If you must choose between two evils, pick the one you've never tried before.
I agree.
All right. Change is inevitable, except from vending machines. Don't sweat the petty things or pet the sweaty things.
I always heard that as don't sweat the petty things, but always pet the sweaty things.
Really, you heard it the opposite, huh?
Yeah, I've heard the
Yuck.
opposite.
All right. And if you think nobody cares about you, try missing a couple payments.
Oh,
All right,
they'll
Truck.
be coming out of the woodwork.
You have zero competition today. All right. But maybe
Okay,
some help. Somebody will post an answer on Facebook to help you out.
I got a good shot at winning this
The
today.
following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
He does have a good chance of winning today. It's Chuck.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
I can guarantee no matter what you say, Chuck, you are going to win today. All right.
Yes, unless Marion beats me on Facebook.
You think she? Yeah, I guess that's definitely a possibility, huh?
Yeah.
All right, your first question. Think about the last year in which you could do this was 1961. Oh man.
Buy a gallon of milk with a quarter.
No. Let's see. It's something you could do. The last year in which you could do this, and it's something you could do when writing the date. And the last year you could do this in was 1961. You won't be able
Write
to.
with a lead pencil.
No, but you won't be
No.
able to. You won't be able to do this again. So it ended in 1961. It's the thing you could do when writing the date. You won't be able to do it again until 6009. What are you doing with the date, Chuck?
Something with a palindrome of the numbers backwards or forwards, maybe.
Yeah, you're super close. You're super close. I don't know if a palindrome definition would include this, but you are definitely on the right track.
Yeah, something about being able to write the consecutive numbers or something. My brain is
upside
that
down.
functional
You
yet.
could write the numbers upside down and have them mean the same thing.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
So 1961, and you'll be able to do it again in 6009. We won't be here. 56% of dogs in the U.S. have this in common.
60%?
56%.
56. I'm gonna say they are males.
No, sir. We
sir.
have had the same problem.
Unregistered.
Me and you are unregistered?
With
Illegally-
dogs being unregistered.
No, me and you have had the same problem as the dogs. 56% of the dogs have this in common. We've had the same problem.
I was gonna say go bald, but you don't have that problem.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I have a problem with too much hair.
I have no idea, Scott.
You have no idea on the answer?
Marion has an answer.
Yes?
She says they're overweight.
They are overweight, Marion.
Oh, good one.
You know what's
See,
funny?
I told you Marion's gonna beat me.
You know what's funny is you didn't think you could lose.
Yet here I am.
Yeah, right. How about this one? Spy the lie. Camels have 3 eyelids. The philtrum is the area of the body between the eyebrows. And in the summer, walnuts actually get a tan. Which one of those is the lie? Camels, philtrum, or walnuts?
I'm gonna go with walnuts.
No, walnuts actually do get a tan in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Second choice?
The philtrum.
That is the lie. So the philtrum
Okay.
is not the area of the body between the eyebrows. It's the area from below the nose to your upper lip. All right.
Okay, I knew that was a thing. But yeah.
And sorry, camels do have three eyelids, which is actually kind of creepy. All right. All right.
Yeah.
More fun and games for Chuck, maybe. The average U.S. household has 189 of these.
Dirty dishes in the sink.
No, it's something to do
No.
with entertainment.
Oh, it's something to do with entertainment. 189 of them?
Yeah, it seems a little excessive to me. I don't quite believe it.
Books.
Okay, so average U.S. household would have access to 189 of these, but they'll only use 17. What are they? And it has to do with entertainment.
Again, Marion says remotes.
189 remotes.
That sounds about right.
Because everything comes with one now. No,
Oh.
it has to do with entertainment in your living room. You have access to 189, but you'll only use 17.
Blankets?
Look the other way.
Warehouse.
Look the other way, Chuck. Look over your other shoulder.
Television stations.
Yes, there you
Television
go.
stations. Okay.
I had to actually lead him to the TV, though.
Yeah, we got rid of cable years ago. I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah. I would say that's a little off. All right, trivia.
Yeah.
203,000 women in the U.S. are part of what? It's an organization.
200,000?
203,000 women in the U.S. part of this organization.
Mensa.
No, it's
No, no.
probably varies quite a bit from year to year. Maybe not too much.
Hmm. I have no idea.
Think of women that fight.
The military.
There you go. I gave that
The
away, didn't I?
military.
All right, maybe
Yeah, you
something a
kind of
little
did.
easier. I'll give you a choice here. Which came first, macaroni and cheese or individually wrapped cheese slices?
Macaroni and cheese.
You're right, 1930, individually wrapped cheese slices. Surprised by this one, 1956. What were they wrapping them in back in 1956? All right.
Oh God, I don't know.
Rubik's Cube or the game Battleship?
Battleship came first.
It did, 1931 versus 1974 for the Rubik's Cube. I actually remember the Rubik's Cube coming out when I was a kid. That's how old I
Mhm.
am. Oh, man.
I knew it was like a '70s fad.
All right. How about the ice cream cone or the corn dog? Which do you think came first?
Hmm. I'm gonna go with the ice cream cone.
1904 versus 1929. Both very old.
Okay, okay.
That's the thing is, if you had a corn dog from 1929, you could still eat it. All right.
It'd be under the seat in the car.
Here's a tough one for you: the automatic
Okay.
dishwasher or the microwave oven.
Hmm. This depends. Is it the invention of the creation itself,
The creation itself,
or
automatic
the
dishwasher or the microwave oven. Which came first?
so not the commercialization and the product selling.
No.
I'm gonna go with microwave. Okay, first.
Microwave is wrong. Yeah.
Oh,
Get
okay.
this spread. The microwave oven invented in 1947. The automatic
Hmm.
dishwasher, 1886. Come on. It had to have a crank,
What?
right? To be that old?
Wow.
It'd have to have a crank.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Marion got that one right.
She did? Oh.
She did. Yeah, she did.
All right. She's still beating you then, Chuck. In 1898, every one of these were male. Just today, just 3% are. In 1898, every one of these were male. Today, just 3% are. It's something that happens in a high school.
Student council.
No, but you're right. It does have to do with students. In 1898, every one of these were a male. Today, only 3% are.
Volleyball players.
You're still on the right path.
Softball players.
No. Better check Marion.
You got an answer for us, Marion? Come on.
I'll give you a
No, I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. The males didn't wear skirts.
Cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders in 1898, every single cheerleader was a guy.
How obvious was that answer?
Now let's test.
Uh.
Now let's test your Irish quiz. All right, and test your Irishness. You have any Irish in you, Chuck?
I have Scottish in me.
That's pretty
primarily.
close. It's just a little bit smarter, but not much. All right, the three colors of the flag of the Republic of Ireland are green, white, and what?
Orange.
You were correct. Dublin is the largest city on the island of Ireland. What is the second largest city?
Belfast.
Good job. Hurling is a popular in Ireland. What is it?
Hurling. Hurling. It's not caber tossing. It's not similar to that.
Just tell me what it is. What kind of thing it is? Hurling.
It's something you do with a ball on the ground, right?
Yeah, it is.
Similar to
It's a sport. That's right. Irish author wrote Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake.
it's kind of similar to croquet, right? Isn't it? No, I don't know.
Hurling. No, I think that's where you take the thing and you slide it down, and you have to get it to stop. You slide it down like a boardwalk type of thing, and it has to stop in a certain place, much like. There's a thing Americans play that's just like it.
Curling?
Yes. Oh.
Is it similar to
Oh,
curling?
no, I think I'm just confused because I'm not that smart. All right, well, back to the Irish author, Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake. His name has two J's. First and last name start with J.
Oh, his first name is Jim Jameson. I don't know.
James Joyce.
James Joyce.
Yeah,
Okay.
who would have got that? You'd have to be.
Right.
I did have hope for you though. All right.
Right.
According to the
Right.
U.S. Census Bureau, what state has the highest percentage of residents claiming Irish ancestry?
Massachusetts.
Wow, Chuck, how did you know that?
Because of Boston.
Okay.
Because it's an Irish. It's a
That's
whole
true.
big Irish community. Yeah.
Yep. Legend has it that says that by kissing the Stone of Eloquence at Ireland's Blarney Castle, you'll receive the gifts of oral persuasion and what?
A mouth disease.
Hey, it is. It's called flattery. The gifts of oral persuasion and flattery.
Flattery. Okay.
I wish I was a little more flattery. We'll wrap it up.
Would you kiss the Blarney Stone?
Oh yeah, it brings me luck. Yeah.
Would you would kiss something that millions of people come around the world to put their lips on and
Yes.
put your lips on that same thing?
Yes, but I'd use your lips.
I would never.
What a great way to get COVID this year.
Right?
Haven't had COVID yet. Kiss that Blarney Stone. All right. Gives you a chance to have some fun, Chuck. Answer wrong and win as we wrap this up. Delta, United, and Southwest are all part of what industry?
The coffee industry.
The Olympics are held every 2 years in the summer and when?
In the mating season. No.
I'm finally interested in the Olympics. It's the best answer you've ever given me, Chuck.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
There you go. I just keep thinking about the Olympics and mating season now. YouTube is a website for what?
Everything I say is for everything. What is an answer you can give that is not on YouTube?
That's a good point. I'm going to give you credit for that.
I can't think of anything that's not on YouTube.
Yeah. Bill Gates founded what company?
Microsoft. No, Virgin Airlines.
Oh, you gave the correct answer, Chuck.
I did.
Wow. Huh, what's going to happen now? That's
Oh.
No, Bill Gates founded My Pillow. I wish. All right, let's wrap up the show today. It was a tough one. We had 2 false starts, but we made it, Chuck. Round of applause for us.
And now we're going to end early.
All right, man, we're back tomorrow to try again and see if we can do better. So hopefully you'll join us.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, maybe part of our technical problems today, Chuck, wasn't the fact that I unplugged a mouse and plugged another mouse in. Maybe it was actually the fact that I'm broadcasting from a boat.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So tomorrow I'm going to try my hot tub.
Nice.
Yeah, that can make an
You're
interesting.
going to go out in the hot tub?
Yeah, it could make an interesting video if I get electrocuted.
We'll
Live.
just wait till next year. We'll plan a thing, and me, you, and Alan can all go live from the hot tub.
Oh, that'd be fun. Not really.
It actually would be.
No, it's a really small hot tub.
That would make it more fun. No, thank you.
We all 3 get electrocuted. Hey, some people might like that. All right. We always kick this odd news off with the news attack, where the first statement is true and the second one's a bad joke. It's called the news attack, and here comes Chuck Ritchie.
The most popular dog breed the most popular purebred dog breed, in the U.S. is now the French Bulldog. I think the vote was rigged.
I think so too. That's one ugly dog. All right. Experts believe by 2030 there will be daily space tourism flights. We're already talking about this, but I'm not going until they can mix a good margarita in a weightless environment.
They could do them in like Capri Sun pouches.
Yeah. Oh, I love my
I would be
alcohol
down for
with
that.
straws. Yeah.
Right? A survey found that American newlyweds know very little about their spouse's financial situation or why the IRS just confiscated all their wedding gifts. Ooh.
Oopsie. Study shows that prolonged sitting can lead to anxiety disorders. Suddenly, everything in your life seems like one big pain in the butt.
I can see that.
Yep.
Tomorrow we honor St. Patrick. On Saturday, we honor his brother, St. Ibuprofen.
Study found that using a slow internet connection increases your heart rate and stress levels, just like when your mouse stops working when you're live. That's no good, especially when you're trying to get to WebMD to look up the early warning signs of a heart attack.
Ouch.
Yeah, it is true.
That one's not funny because it's probably happened.
It is, I'm sure, somewhere.
So March Madness is underway. So yeah, after I've watched a basketball game after basketball game, I like to take a little break by watching a little basketball. Or I might even switch the channel and watch some basketball.
No, don't. That's horrible. All right, spring is almost here in Maine. The birds are chirping, the flowers are sprouting, and the globe is warming. Moving on to what we like to call wacky but true. We're going to kick it off again. Chuck Ritchie.
Okay. My computer is not responding. So Jordan Harris was looking over his car, which had recently been in the shop. Inside, he found a dead passenger. Wow. And not only dead, but already cremated and stuck in an urn. The mechanic didn't have an explanation, but a funeral home helped identify the crematorium it came from. Law enforcement then informed him that the urn was owned by a victim of a house fire in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where Harris also lived. They reminded Harris that a neighbor he didn't know had had a house fire, and sure enough, the mystery passenger turned out to be that woman's late husband. Still mysterious, however, is how the dead man got into his car, and the wife had no idea.
Wow. This is the voice he heard in his head, though, when he found the urn in his car.
Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not.
Oh. But
is it bad that I'm amused by the thought of like a fire and then like an explosion and this urn traveling across the street into this person's car randomly?
That's just weird and creepy. But this is what his boss had to say.
Well, ain't getting any deader. Back to work.
Oops. Sorry. All right. Deputies with the Volusia County, Florida Sheriff's Office were chasing a group of motorcyclists who refused to pull over. Deputies said they were driving recklessly with speeding and passing in no passing zones, not to mention refusing to pull over. Deputy was behind the lead bike when it came to a red light. The biker turned around to see the deputy right behind him and gave him the finger and ran the light. He was immediately hit by a crossing pickup truck. Motorcycle was able to get up and run, but quickly surrounded by deputies and handcuffed. And unfortunately, there's no video.
Oh.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
That's exactly what he said.
And then was caught.
I am so jealous you got the Tiger King story.
Oh my God. So the Tiger King, he's throwing his hat in the ring for president. Joseph Moldano Passage, better known as Joe Exotic or the Tiger King, is currently serving a 21-year federal sentence after being convicted on multiple charges. He said he isn't going to let that stop him from running from the nation's top office. Maldonado Passage launched a new campaign website with a personal message. Thank you for your interest in my campaign. Yes, I know I'm in federal prison, and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. It is my constitutional right to do this, even from here. In 2018, the former owner of Greater Wynwood Animal Park was indicted by a federal grand jury on 2 counts of murder for hire.
Oh, wow. All right. I had to really search to come up with a sound effect that could probably work for the Tiger King.
Sure, the kids cry when you tie old Tiger to a tree and shoot him. But that's life.
Oh, that's so sad. You know, I think we should have a whole bunch of candidates that run for president from prison, because then they're already in there.
Right? You don't have to go through the trouble.
All right, I had a last one from a different source. So, Chuck, would you go ahead and go to Germany and deliver that last story that's in front of you?
I will. In Germany, a burglar took his dog with him when he broke into a butcher shop. He opened up a box of sausages to keep the dog busy while the thief loaded several boxes into his getaway truck. When the police responded to the shop's silent alarm, they found the burglar standing at the back door whistling and calling the dog, trying to get the pooch to give up the sausages and escape with him. But the dog ignored him and kept munching away while the cops slapped the handcuffs on the burglar.
Oh.
Burglar.
That's what he said. Roll. Or perhaps he said this.
What are you?
I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
All right. So, for the goofy in you, Chuck, a piece of comedy movie NASCAR legend is up for purchase for the simple price of just $10 million. This home, located in Cornelius, North Carolina, played a large role in many famous scenes of Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. 12,000-foot square house.
Shake it, bake.
12,000 foot. You ruined the joke. It has 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a pool, 2 boat docks on the water, all tucked away in a private gated community. And Chuck, I'll let you finish that joke again. What does the doorbell sound like?
Shake it, bake.
Hey, shake and bake, gal. Woo! Shake and bake.
There you go. All right, I knew it was coming. All right. Tomorrow, me and Chuck will return, hopefully without any technical difficulties, but we sure appreciate you listening and bearing along with us with the trouble. It's very nice. Other than that, we want you to enjoy your day. Don't forget, there is a free dinner at the Catholic Church tonight for St. Patty's Day. It's a stew. All right, they're going to be cooking it up all fresh for you. That starts at 5 o'clock tonight. We'll return tomorrow, and other than that, keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Thanks so much, Chuck. Talk to you tomorrow.
Goodbye, everyone.
And in London, I'm Nina Maria Potts with the latest world news.
That wasn't supposed to happen. This is just the way the day went.
Just straight into the news.
Yes.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
That was terrible. I mean, seriously terrible.
It was.
It's because they're stupid, that's why.
That was terrible. I mean, seriously terrible.
It's because they're stupid, that's why.
From FSN in London, I'm Nina Maria Potts with the latest world news.